Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today we have Cobus here with us. He's basically a business specialist. And Cobus, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Yes, thank you very much, Tony. Yes, it's Cobus. It's Cobus with a C, all the way from South Africa. They also call me the Viking, and all about values and legacy that is important for me. So my values are courage, execution, and legacy that leads to freedom. And that's the values I want to live by. I like to challenge my clients to be more courageous in what they do. I started my life as a passion of firewalking that changed everything. However, I come from a family-owned business in the retail industry in South Africa. I did that for a few years, and then in 2018, no, let's say from 2015 to 2018, I ended up being in a wheelchair because I'm a hemophiliac. It means I bleed, and it impacts my joints. So I don't even have muscle. So I live in pain 24/7. Waking up in the morning is painful, moving around. So even keeping a positive mindset is sometimes a challenge. And that gave me a lot of tools. Then in 2018, I decided to go climb a mountain by the name of Kilimanjaro, the highest one in Africa. I did it with my crutches. It taught me the philosophy of whatever it takes, that we don't live by excuses and blaming others. We take responsibility for our own lives. And if it's important for you, are you then willing to do whatever it takes to be able to get it done and not live by those excuses and blames? So I came back, and then since then, I've grown the business consulting side to help businesses to scale.
Wow, phenomenal. Yeah, a very interesting story. So tell us a little bit about what you do now.
Yes, Tony. So I do a few things. One, I have a team building business called Firewalking Africa, where we impact businesses where we focus on team building from firewalking, glass walking, ice plunges, drumming, where people play drumming, fun and games. So that's the one business that we're building up. I have a few facilitators and trainers there that can facilitate team building. Then I have a SaaS software business where we assist small, medium businesses with business coaching, but also software that can run their whole business, from websites to calendar links to running their social media, running emails, etc., on one platform. Because a lot of small business in South Africa don't have the funds always to have multiple systems by creating that. So that's also running a business on its own. Then I, as Cobus Visser, have two legs. One, a motivational speaking and inspiring people as a keynote speaker. And then secondly, I have my consulting side. So my consulting side focusing on scaling a business. So focusing on Exco, using growth tools that I have. And the growth tools is basically focus on creating strategy for the next 12 months for businesses. I like to say I give you your money back if you don't grow your businesses over the next 12 months, because I believe in my system and what my system and process is. And then the second leg is that I've just recently qualified as Vanessa Edwards as people science coach in South Africa. So I'm the only one here. So it's to empower people in the company to facilitate some training for their sales team and management to communicate better. Because I believe one of the fundamentals why, especially in the area of social media and emails, is that we have not we stopped learning the art of communication. So because strategy is so important, I believe communication is the other leg. So that's the two areas that I focus on businesses. And then I also just recently invested in a small motel. So I also have a motel business that runs. And then also I have a game ranch in Limpopo for people to come and experience wildlife and go into the bush. So as you can see, I'm invested in multiple businesses, and I have a
Yes,
team that assists me to run it.
totally, totally. So what's the focus for next 12 months?
So the next 12 months, Tony, what's important for me is I've have this impact in Africa. However, I want to make international impact. I really want to grow business especially in America and in Europe, to really have that impact. I've already have an office now with two partners in Germany. I have an office now in the USA with a partner there. I still just need someone in the in UK side, but I've growing my businesses internationally. And the reason for that is to really generate good funds, because I support charities in South Africa. And charities is also, it's not necessary to give money, but to really inspire charities to teach them how to fish and not just give them the fish, so that they become sustainable, because there is a lot of poverty and challenges for people in South Africa. And so for me, that is the one side I want to do. So I want to generate the money to not only for my side, but also to the really, because one of my values is legacy. So what is the impact? So when I'm gone, what is the impact I'm leaving behind that I will be remembered for?
Totally. And what about these offices in Germany and US and UK? What are they doing? And the one that you're planning in UK as well, yeah.
Yes. So the idea is, I've partnered up with two consultants in Germany, for example. What I've found is, by having an office there, it is easier. So even if I can't do the work, forget the client, I have two consultants that can teach that philosophy that I do, and the same in the United States. So the idea is to expand. What I've found is that trust is very important in today's age, right? So how do we build trust? So I need to overcome the misconception of, Cobus is from South Africa. It's far away from Europe and America. And one way to build trust is to have an office and a bank account in these areas, so that when people see is that the money is not being paid to South Africa, but there's an office with a bank account in those countries. It allows also, when I can't go see a client, that I have partners that side that can go and facilitate the in-person meetings. So it's all about, for me, because trust is very important, and then secondly, loyalty is important. And when I sign up clients, I am loyal till the end. I become family. That's what is important, because I really want to make an impact. I really want to empower companies to really look after their people, but also make a difference.
Totally, yes. So what inspires you to do what you do?
When I almost died on Kilimanjaro, so I climbed and I almost died, and on my way down, they had to airlift me off. I really contemplated about life. I was divorced in 2017. My kids live with the mom, and so I only see them holidays. And I had to really look hard to reflect on my life. What is my purpose? What is it I really want to do? I could go and find a job and work for someone, but then I'm going to just disappear. And am I willing to settle for that, or am I willing to go all out? What if this was the only life, and I needed to make it count? What if I can only live one more year? Because that was when I was born, the age expectancy was 11 years old, and now I'm 43. So I'm on borrowed time. So what if I have 10 years left, Tony? What is the difference I want to make? And so I committed myself to this journey to really make an impact in people's lives and communities, to uplift and bring hope. And if that is all that I do, because as you heard, I'm in pain 24/7. They wanted to already operate on my joints. The doctor says I'm a miracle and that is still walking. However, if I can get through that, Tony, what else can I do to other people to inspire them? And my dream is, for until the day I die, I really want to get to that point that one day I can really speak at an event like Davos or the United Nations, to really address the world, and to really get their minds awoken, to become more conscious about who we are and what difference we can make, to really wake them up to hope, and really bring, instead of focusing on wars and tariffs and all of those crazy things, right? That we can really think about not individuals, but think about the global consciousness, that we can take hands and love each other, and that humankind can move forward and not individuals.
Interesting. Yeah, totally. So, how, if people want to get in touch with you or connect to you, how they can do that?
Very easy, Tony. I'm on all social media. I'm on websites. So it's CobusVisser.com, or Cobus, and just search Cobus the Viking, and you will see my pictures. You can see how beautiful I am with a beard and all of it. So I think that it's important. Just tap and make it so it's CobusVisser.com, and you will find me.
there. Okay, excellent. Sounds really good. So yeah, thank you very much for being a guest today. Thank you all for watching, listening to this episode. If you liked it, drop us a like, subscribe, and also if you have any questions for Cobus or me, you can ask them in the comments. See you all, and Cobus, thanks a lot for being a guest. Yeah.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it.